Alert, alert.
Abnormal shit happening in the world that we need to report on immediately. Okay, Kelsey texted me this morning and was like, we have to do an emergency pod because things are happening.
Well, also, it doesn't help that our other episode was totally about Summer House, but not about this.
We pre-recorded a few in the pipeline, and that's really hard to do with pop culture because things are happening every day. And there's a big thing happening right now that has taken the world by storm.
It sure has. I mean, yesterday, Amanda Batula and West Wilson confirmed their relationship.
Yup.
I didn't want to believe it.
It's so weird. And I've got to say, this is one question I wanted to ask you. Do you feel like they're just claiming that they have a connection and they're figuring things out? Are they saying that they're in a relationship? Like from the post on their stories, I kind of had trouble figuring out what it even is.
No, I think it was intentionally ambiguous.
Okay, okay. Of
But then I was looking last night because obviously my entire feed right now is Summer House.
course.
And I think it was Dumois, most likely, that was talking about how, no, or maybe it was Us Weekly. I think Us Weekly had an exclusive about like how West has been seeing other people. So like they're not
Oh,
even exclusive.
okay. So they're
Like,
not exclusive, but they're claiming that they have a connection. They've been hanging out, probably hooking up. That's the vibe we're getting.
yeah, that's apparently the vibe. And then the other thing that I don't know if I might be getting my facts wrong on this. So like, don't quote me on the Us Weekly thing. But Ciara and West had apparently also been hooking up fairly recently.
What?
Yeah, and so that's why it's like even worse. Like, what the hell are they doing?
Okay, now I'm more mad at West.
No, I know. He had such like a like I don't know, he had come so far in my eyes this season.
Totally. I agree. He gives off this very like sweet, maybe it's the Midwest boy in him, kind of this sweet, wholesome, goofy, slightly nerdy energy that I really like. But damn, if he's not a playboy, I wonder if he truly was hooking up with them at the same time. Did neither of them know? Because I'm sure they wouldn't have kept doing it if
Well,
either of the girls had known.
I don't know. Well, because I mean, minimally, I don't know if they said that him and Ciara were necessarily hooking up, but they were definitely like seeing each other again, kind of. So like, I mean, to me that implies they probably were, but like they definitely were like at a couple of football games together and like very like I don't know. There was one where he like had his arm around her like neck, like in a loving way. That sounds bad, but
With him and Jesse Solomon, they both give off this like flirty friend energy, but it's like hard to tell where the boundaries are and when blurred lines. There are lots of blurred lines with these boys, and I think West has been giving blurred lines, and I think I feel like I could see him doing that with Amanda, and it eventually crossed over into like, oh, this is more than just flirty friend energy.
well, like she's in this vulnerable position. She's single for the first time in over a decade. It hasn't really been that long since they announced their separation, at least publicly. With I think that was it like January?
Right, really recently.
It was very recent. I know that. And like so now I don't know. It just feels like this is obviously a rebound, and I'm like, and you're ruining your entire friend circle and your show.
I know. I mean, it's probably great for the show, but it's curious what will happen in following seasons. Like, I feel like I could see Ciara not wanting to come back after this if they truly have like a huge friendship falling out. I think we saw that Ciara unfollowed West and Amanda on Instagram. So it feels like, yeah, it could either ruin the show, but for right now, it's great press for the reunion
Right.
because I'm dying to see what happened.
No, I know. Andy's gonna go for their throats, I swear. I reposted it to my Instagram story, but I think it was Bravo historian posted it was like how Lindsay's gonna like been looking for a reason all this time to like come for Amanda's throat and now she's gonna burn shit down. Like
I saw that too. You know what's funny though? I never even personally, I never picked up on Lindsay disliking Amanda. Did you?
well, as I think the last two seasons they've been really good. But that's ever since Lindsay got pregnant, she's been like a way nicer person, I think. Or like presenting that way. But I think like my guess was that it was very clicky when it was Paige, Amanda, and Ciara, and they just kind of wanted to hang out with each other. And I think Lindsay's allegiance has always been to the boys because she was there with, which Amanda's been there since the beginning too, even though she didn't like technically get to count at first because she was just the fling who turned into a 10-year relationship. But
insane. Okay, so I have a lot of questions that I wrote
Okay.
down. Um, okay, first of all, like you're saying, we've seen so far that Lindsay has taken Amanda's side. I saw Vanita from Southern Charmed posted something in support of Ciara. We've also seen Hannah Berner reposting things. I think because we saw when Hannah was back on the show, her and Amanda had this big falling out. Hannah left the show, and apparently in real life, her and Amanda aren't friends, and Paige is kind of like awkwardly in the middle because she's always been friends with both of them.
But I thought that was because of what was on the show with the like because didn't she do an ad for something that was not Loverboy? And wasn't that what the drama came down to? I might be mixing.
That was Craig.
That might be correct. Well, oh yeah. But
Hannah had
I
a falling out with Amanda because she said Hannah was basically like in her feminist vibe and was like, this man is treating you poorly. I also don't like the way he speaks to me, and like you never stand up for me when he's speaking like that, and also you need to stand up for yourself. And she called Amanda a doormat. Hannah called Amanda a doormat, was like, you let him walk all over you. And so Hannah was kind of like, you need to get out of this, and Amanda wasn't ready. Like she was not in a place at all because this was seasons ago.
and that's where it's tough to be the friend, right? Like to be the one speaking out about it cuz like obviously objectively everybody who's watched this show for the last 10 seasons has been like this is not a great relationship.
Absolutely. We've all agreed, but I think Hannah wasn't willing to put up with it. Where I think like we've seen Paige and Ciara, like they continue to be friends with Amanda, even if they don't necessarily support the relationship. It's
Mhm.
hard.
Yeah. No, totally. Wait, and then who I feel like wasn't it over the weekend that everybody was posting reaction photos? Like
Yes.
KJ, all the whole cast was posted. Like Craig did, or not Craig. Sorry, whoa, Carl.
Carl,
Carl did. They all posted like, oh my god, like.
I know.
So
It's really interesting. That's why I'm excited that the reunions are more live. I hope they haven't already filmed the reunion. I doubt.
no, they haven't. It's 3 weeks away. So they are filming it. Well, so I was at the Real Housewives of Rhode Island premiere this week, which is really fun. The show is so good, you guys. You have to watch it. It comes out tomorrow. It comes out the day of our pod. So today, I guess technically, if you're listening to this,
I'm so
um,
excited. I was so jealous. I'm the
yeah,
biggest Ashley I fan from The
it
Bachelor.
is so good, Olivia. Like it is. It just like the casting is really good. I think it it's just entertaining. Like the drama is silly, but there's like a semi sugar baby who like only lives with her boyfriend half the year, um, but he funds her entire lifestyle. But she says she's not a sugar baby because he's hot.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, the cast is so good, and so I was there, and obviously, like we were all kind of talking amongst ourselves, and it's kind of like the same group that do Bravo stuff all the time. And so yeah, but then I was also speaking with the summer house rep because she and I have been trying to do a thing. But she was like telling me that stuff for in the city is about to come out too. So I imagine they'll probably do that now that I'm thinking about it in conjunction with the reunion. But they're gonna start dropping stuff for like promo for in the city. But I wonder what they're gonna do with that now because like is the edit gonna change?
So for people who don't know, can you explain what In the City is going to be? Because you know more than me. Like I don't totally know who's supposed to be in it and what the vibe is.
So in this city was kind of, to my understanding, meant to be like the spin-off version of Summer House, but like to get the because like there's the core cast, right? Like the ones that have been there since the beginning. But like they've done been aging out, you know what I mean? Um, to just be partying in the Hamptons every weekend. Like I am younger than almost the entire cast. I feel too young or too old to be doing what they're doing.
Same.
Um, but no, so it was like kind of meant to like bridge the gap and like keep them on the show because everybody still loves them, but it was going to be like following them in the city. And I think they were still like theoretically going to stay on Summer House, but I think it was meant to like start maybe paving the way. And that's also I think why they brought in so many cast members this season.
Right. They're trying
Um,
to transition it over. It's just hard. I can't imagine wanting to watch Summer House if it's all new cast. Like I
right.
really show up because I want to see Amanda, I want to see Kyle, I wanted to see Paige, Ciara. Like I don't know if I'd be as into it if they totally transition them over to a new show. I'd probably just watch In the City.
Right. But then it's like, is the magic of it that they're so, because I think that's like, for me, what the magic is that this is the least serious show, like literally ever. They, they have full blown, like, life chats while dressed like an elderly person with boobs hanging out down to their waist. Like, it's insane. Like, it's, and like, I don't see them doing that here in Manhattan, but like, maybe.
I would actually love to watch something that feels a little more like Sex in the City age for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
would really love that. Um, okay, so
But
one,
I, but the people that were going to be on that though, I think were, I'm trying to think of who was like officially announced. I think it was definitely Lindsay, because that's also the other thing is like she has her baby now. She's obviously not able to come as often. It was Lindsay, Kyle, Amanda, and then I think Carl.
was Ciara.
Well, no, it's the no. Let me like look it up actually, because I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. In the city cast.
If this is a Sex in the City era for them, I would rather watch that. Like I would love to see what they're up to when they're living in
Okay.
Manhattan.
Oh, it says Carl is not featured in the initial promos for the show. Its confirmed core cast is Kyle, Amanda, and Lindsay.
Wow. That surprises me because I would have actually loved to see Carl launching his soft bar.
I know.
I think that could have been really cool. And I always felt like he didn't necessarily care to be at the crazy parties in the Hamptons and he didn't totally fit in there because he's so wholesome now. And
Now he's like, oh my God, the sweetest. Do you listen to his podcast ever?
no, but I see clips. I saw clips of him and Ciara.
It is so endearing, so heartwarming. Like, it is a lovely listen. I've listened to the Ciara one, which was amazing. Definitely listen to that one. And then the Dorinda one. Um,
Uh,
Also, they like talked about like her husband's past. I don't know. It was just like really, really good.
I love that.
But no, I agree. Like, I would want to see Carl. I kind of thought everybody was confirmed, but I guess not. And then they're talking about bringing back. Remember Andrea, the Italian guy who.
Oh, who dated Paige?
Mm-hmm. So
Interesting.
that's like it's rumored, or it's like, yeah, Andrea and his wife Lexi have been rumored to appear. So,
Interesting. Oh, I wish they would have gotten Paige and Hannah. Like I would have loved the OG girls to come.
well, now they have their Netflix scripted series.
What?
You don't know about this?
No.
Okay, they got a show. Amy Poehler is producing a scripted Netflix show for them. So it's going to be kind of like Broad City vibes, because I didn't realize, but Amy Poehler did Broad City. Like, she
Yeah.
produced Broad City. And so it sounds very much like in a similar vein. It's, yeah.
I have chills throughout my whole body.
Oh, we will be watching every episode.
Oh my God, that's so much cooler. Okay, good for them. Getting into
And
acting. Okay, girls.
oh, and then they don't have to put their own personal life on display in the same way, which I think is probably ideal. Like, so that's the thing that I keep thinking about with this is like, think about how open both Ciara and Amanda have been about their mental health and the struggles that they've had. And like, no matter how much medication you're on, I think having this kind of an onslaught from the public has got to be so hard. Like,
So
I'm
hard.
very worried for them both.
I know. But I think because everyone is like Team Ciara right now, I assume she's doing better. But the thing that's got to be so hard is like, I assume she didn't know about it. From the vibe we're getting, it seems like she's finding out with the public that Amanda has been hooking up with West. And do we feel like they didn't have a conversation? Like Amanda never talked to Ciara about it?
I saw something that said like she got notice like a day or two in advance.
But so there was never a personal conversation like, hey, I have feelings for West. You two have a history.
I don't know, obviously, but like this is all again so rumored. Like, who knows what's true? Because there was, I think Page Six posted a photo even that was like allegedly Ciara's reaction to the story going out, and she was sitting on the ground in Manhattan. But it's
Yep.
like, is she just modeling? Is this from another time? Like, is it? Who knows?
Who knows?
But it could be.
So that was one of my questions I had was, is there any world where Amanda and West were genuine friends that had this flirty friendship that Jesse gives off, that West gives off with all the girls, and then somehow the lines were blurred and they were like, oh shit, I kind of have feelings here. Is there any world where it could have been handled appropriately?
That's such a good
I
question.
know it's such a hard question because with girl code, it's like you don't date your friends' exes, but it does Ciara have claim over West forever? If this was a situation where it's like we didn't intend for it to happen, but we started to have feelings, like could it have been handled in a way where like she wouldn't have been canceled or that she couldn't have hurt Ciara? Or is it just like
I think Ciara would have been hurt no matter what.
I agree.
But I think she could have gotten away without being like without the public fury about it if it had been clear that she and Ciara talked it out ahead of time. And like if she had, almost came to it like from a place of Ciara, I haven't felt like this in like so long. I'm so sorry. Like I know that this relationship has meant so much to you and like I don't want to hurt you. And like maybe if she made it clear that she was choosing Ciara at the end of the day. And then if Ciara was the one that was like, no, it's okay. Like I understand. Like I want you to be happy. And that was made clear and Ciara was out there like standing up publicly for the fact that they were together. I think that would have changed it.
You're so right. You're so
Like
right.
because that was the thing that was so effing weird is everybody was like, "Oh, this is just for publicity for the show." And it's like, "No, those girls are such good friends. Ciara would never let her be dragged like this
No,
if it weren't true."
I know. It's so, and she unfollowed them.
Yeah. And so did Mia. Mia unfollowed
I'm so heartbroken because I'm such an Amanda fan, and it
I
sucks that it
know.
wasn't handled in a way where like they could have maintained the friendship. Because I kind of agree with you. I believe that like I don't know how serious Ciara and Wes were. Like it's obvious that whenever they had their thing, I don't think they were ever like official like boyfriend girlfriend from what I understand.
But I think that like they were close enough where she was meeting his family.
Okay, I forgot about that. And she like
Yeah.
flew out to the Midwest or wherever he's from, and that's hurtful. Then that's
I
hurtful because it
know.
feels like that was a relationship. It wasn't just like a guy that she had a thing with. It was like
Which I
more
guess because
serious.
you've been in a relationship for many moons at this point.
I know.
But like sometimes I think the situationships can be some of the hardest to get over because you almost like can gaslight yourself and think that it wasn't that serious, but in your body it like felt like it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I wonder if there's some of that too, where it's like she maybe didn't get the official closure she had wanted, or like it was kind of maybe always left a little bit open ended, or I don't know. Which obviously
I agree. I agree. And we've got to put some blame on West too here because these poor girls are like,
well, so Brett and I we watched the episode of Watch What Happens Live with him last night. And just because we're like, well, now we have to make sure we see every sign possible. First of all, he was wearing a tie. I don't know if you saw.
I saw clips. I didn't watch the episode yet.
The tie was an actual horse tail, like a ponytail.
Like horse hair.
Yes. Like
I did not see that.
it was like a gray like ponytail effectively. It was wild. But like my dad's always like shitting on his fashion. My dad loves Summer House. Yeah. But I think like I respect it. Take a risk, my man. But anyway, watching him on the show though was really interesting because like he made a comment at one point about how to get girls. He's like, it's really easy. You just ask them questions about themselves and you don't really talk about yourself. Which
I mean, that's
fair.
a fair. There are a lot of men who don't know that information, but now it feels manipulative. Like you're just doing that not out of curiosity, but because you think that's how you get girls.
Right. And so, yeah, I don't know. So, like, that kind of felt icky to me in the light of everything. And then Andy asked him straight up because, like, there were all the rumors already about them on the streets together, like being seen together. And because they'd posted TikToks all hanging out as like a group.
Yes, I've seen that.
And I was like kind of questioning it then. And some people were, but then it was like that could just literally be anything and they wouldn't be as public about it. But then there were so many other things that came out. So Andy asked and he gave some like kind of long winded, like, if it's not clear she and I are friends, that's my girl type like energy.
Yep.
But I'm like, he would have just said no in retrospect.
What do you mean? Oh,
Like,
if it
is
was
there
just
anything going on? No.
you're right. You're right. He was like beating around the bush. And then I saw one of her on Watch What Happens Live. But again, we don't exactly know when this started. So it's hard to look back because it's like, are we making things up? And they really weren't together at the time. But she was like, oh my God. Amanda said the same thing essentially. Oh my God, those are my boys. Ew, I would never be with them. But maybe at that time she wasn't with him. But I've seen a lot of things online speculating now, rewatching this Summer House season that you see little moments of them touching each other, holding a hand as they like walk past. Apparently,
Right.
Jesse looks at them sometimes on this past episode and kind of smirks like he knows something. That's so people are claiming this has actually been happening for a while. But again, it's all speculation. I want to go rewatch the last episode and see the little.
I didn't watch last night's, so I need to catch up.
I
But
actually didn't either. I'm 2 episodes behind, but
okay,
I've
well,
seen
did
all
you
the things.
see when like Kyle had his blow up and West like went to Amanda's defense? Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Because that was that was so redeeming for me in the moment because I was like, that is so sweet. Like he is not a confrontational person. And so the fact that he was so willing to stand up for her and to like go to Kyle and be like, you need to apologize. That's ridiculous. And like, but then so she walks out of the room, and this is exactly what you're talking about. Like, she's like walks out of this terrible argument and she's kind of smiling.
Oh, I didn't really look at her face. I saw
And
the
then she
body.
like they like he like tries to kind of reach for her, and she like kind of like touches his body like multiple times. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's like
It's
one of those
interesting.
secret romance things where it's like you hold hands for a brisk second where like no one else will notice. Like it did kind of feel like that. And I thought the same thing, Kelsey. I was like, wow, what a good guy to just be such a sweet friend to this girl and stand up to her husband. Like these boys are so sweet. And now looking back, it's like, oh, that was a little overly sweet and a little maybe more because there was something there.
Well, and then on Watch What Happens, you look back and they he's asked like all these questions. Like there's a game they play, like, can you defend your friend or defend your bro, I think is what it was called. But it was all the guys of Summer House and like things that they've done. Could Wes defend their behavior? He could not defend any of Kyle's.
Wow.
And it's like, so he's still, and then in my head now, like with, hindsight, I'm like, well, if he and Amanda are hooking up, he doesn't want to piss off Amanda.
Oh.
So he's not going to like defend anything Kyle does. Well, so Kyle's kind of hard to defend. Let's be so for real. But like,
It's hard to defend. But
yeah.
if you're doing it as a game, oh, that's hard. That's hard.
I
I don't know if I
know.
could even do it as a game, but maybe it's because I'm a girl. But if you're being funny, like you could make up some funny joke. But if he's so serious about Amanda, like he wouldn't want to say anything to piss her off. Or he
Like,
knows more of her perspective because they've been having conversations on their own.
like he made a joke about Jesse Solomon at one point where he was like, I forget exactly what was said, but he said something along the lines of like, is he really my friend? Wait. Um, and then he was like, no, I can defend him. But like there was a moment of tension where I was like, mm. But
Interesting.
yeah, no, it was a really good episode of Watch What Happens. But no, I'm like, did you see the pictures from earlier in the season that people have been posting of the two of them sitting like on a couch together? And I think they were like in the actual, I think it was when they did the speed dating event. Or not speed, it wasn't speed dating. It was like the allegedly for the Australian Bachelor guy. They were like doing a dating event to find
Okay.
the singles event, I think is what they called it. But
Okay.
they were like sitting on a bench seating together, and there was so much space, nobody else was there, and they were like both touching, like body, like leg to leg, sitting on this bench, and there was like 3/4 of the bench remaining. So it's like that. I see that, and I'm like, that's bizarre.
Okay. This season was filmed last summer, right? Like summer of
Yes,
2025. So if this is true, they've potentially been dating for like almost a year.
or
Or at
like,
least hooking up or whatever.
or maybe like flirting, maybe. But then like in these same episodes where like they're showing them sitting next to each other weirdly or whatever, he's like also playing footsie with Ciara. Like, remember there was like, I don't know. I'm like,
These boys.
I know. And I was like being such a West apologist for a bit here.
Oh,
Like,
me too. I was like, he is so sweet, but it is that weird line that I'm like, these boys, it's him and Jesse specifically are so overly flirtatious. And you saw it this season with Ciara and Jesse having that awkward, like, are we something? Are we not something? And then Jesse makes the comment to West. That's almost kind of a similar situation, I guess. But I was kind of, in my opinion, I was like, if Ciara wants to kiss Jesse, she should go for it. West does not have dibs. Who gives an F? Like West already
totally.
ended things. Like Ciara and Jesse can do what they want. But I don't feel the same about the Amanda and West because I think Amanda and Ciara's friendship meant so much more. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me
Well,
being for the girls.
it really did mean so. Like, I loved watching it this season in particular because I think they got even closer once Paige was gone.
I
It
agree.
felt to me like I thought their friendship was so beautiful to watch. Like, Ciara just being there for her. And like, I feel like she's probably a huge part of the reason why Amanda decided to actually leave Kyle,
I
because
agree.
she like had those real conversations with her about it and was like, you don't deserve this. Like, you're worth so much more than this. And
you could tell Ciara cared so much. Like, I feel like they had conversations where Ciara was crying and she was like,
yeah.
she's in it with her. She's like, I don't want to see you like this. It is heartbreaking.
Well, and yeah, like Sierra's big conversation at the table about like the racial discrimination she's faced being a part of the show, and Amanda like dropped everything and like came over to her side just to like, I feel like she was like holding her hand or something just to like physically support her because she knew that was a really difficult topic for her to be talking about with this group of people, and like, and the pressure behind, you know, a scene like that ending up on TV.
Yeah,
But like watching those moments, I was like, oh my God, this is like such a great friendship. And that's why it's like,
it's
you better
heartbreaking.
be thinking you're marrying this man. Like,
I know. And that's where I'm wondering, can they come back from this? Like, is there any world where these girls can be friends again? I think they need a conversation if it hasn't happened behind the scenes. But is Ciara ever going to be able to forgive Amanda? It really feels like Amanda put this man before their friendship, and it's heartbreaking.
I don't think it's ever going to be the same. That's for sure. Like, I think they could get to a place where they could go to like a group outing together and be fine. Like, you know, when I think about the fact that Carl and Lindsay have made it back to good place, like, if anybody wasn't going to make it to a good place, it was the two of them. Like,
Fair.
and like, genuinely, they seem very friendly at this point and like totally fine. And like, I don't know, like, they're definitely not what they were, and they don't think they ever will be, but like, they're good.
Yeah.
And he called off their wedding 2 months before. So like,
And they're like tolerating each other now.
yeah.
So it's just sad. I want those girls to be best friends like we saw this season. And it's making me really sad to think, like, could this man ruin their friendship forever? And he's not worth it to me.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you said, is this the man she's going to marry? Like, is this her soulmate? And she's like, there's no world where we couldn't be together because there's this connection that is drawing us together that we just can't deny? Or is it like Wes just being a playboy?
I feel like that's not like, I want it to be for them. If this is going to blow everything up, it better be for realsies. But like, I don't think it is. And I think she's been so clear about not being ready for another big relationship. Or she shouldn't be. Like,
Oh, no.
she like, have fun, girlfriend. Like, go do some fun things. Like, she was with him from the time she was so young.
I know.
And
Yeah, she
like,
needs to like go have fun. But then again, is she just having fun? Like, is this someone she's hooking up with and she's also seeing other people and he's also seeing other people?
and I think that's what the case is, but it's like, there are so many options.
Yeah. The men of
Like,
Summer House, the men of Summer House are not the only men in Manhattan.
like, she could have gotten so many people. Like, what are we?
And she's so hot.
Yes.
She could have whoever. And we're choosing this man?
Well, and that's like also something that I wanted to say, because I feel like, I think you can like easily talk about the fact that, you know, it's not nice, some of these things that are happening between these people. But like, I also think though it's important that like, we're not just cruel unnecessarily to them. Like, I've seen people making fun of the way that Amanda looks, or like, and it's just like, no, she's beautiful. And like 2 weeks ago, everybody was just complimenting how pretty she was. And now, because you think she maybe did something mean to her friend, that she's not, like, it's just not worth tearing down somebody's appearance over something like this.
No.
Or like, I don't know. Like, I see what people would see in West. I see like, he's very funny. He's very charismatic. I think he's like fun to be. He's like a fun guy.
He's fun, goofy, like
Yeah.
just down to clown kind of guy.
And he's got like a sense of confidence to him with the way he dresses. And like, I see what they would see.
Totally.
But I'm like, and then I see some people just bashing everything about him. Like the fact, like, and I'm like, that's not
No,
okay.
it's
And
not.
like, and like, and we haven't even talked about poor Kyle.
Kyle,
Which,
Kyle was a hard one to feel bad for. I'm not gonna lie,
I
because
know.
if I think about it, with Ciara out of the picture, I'm like, Amanda, go live your freaking life. Who
Totally.
cares what this man feels like, genuinely? But Ciara is the one I'm feeling worse for. But at the same time, like, Kyle and Wes were friends too, so it's got to be a little rough.
And then I saw somebody post, it was like a screenshot from when like who I think like West was talking to Kyle, and it says he fucked his mate's missus. Remember how they
And they were dying laughing. They were like,
when
I
he like
can't believe you
actually
have to.
did.
so funny.
Yeah. But I mean, I do feel like, I don't know, Kyle has so many faults, but I'm sure that he's going through a hard time too.
I'm sure. One thing I wondered was like, have Kyle and Amanda been over for so long, even while they were still married, like that maybe he's a little more okay? Like, is there a chance
Well,
they've
also,
mentally been kind of separated for longer?
I mean, all season Amanda's been like, he's cheating. Like, how many times has he cheated? I lose track of the amount of DMs I get about it. So, like, if that's the case, then, like, even if she did cheat, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, which, I mean, not
Oh,
that I condone cheating, but like,
I didn't even think about that. I did not even cross my mind. You're right, because they were still married last summer.
they
Oh my
technically still
God.
are at this moment.
But there's like separated.
Yeah. But I'm like,
Oh, but I didn't think of, so if her and Wes truly were hooking up last summer and all of these little moments of them touching and stuff, she would have been cheating. That why did that not cross my mind? I was thinking of her cheating on Ciara as a friend. I didn't even think about it if
but
he was
like,
married.
I don't think she would have. I think like emotionally at most,
Right.
which isn't okay, obviously, but like, I don't see her like physically going there. But I mean, she was like so done with this man.
You can tell how done she is this season. I mean, I don't know. Imagine your husband, like, or you kind of always get DMs that he's constantly cheating. Would you eventually just be like, screw it, I'm going to do what I want?
I mean, you would hope that she would make the call to end the relationship, but I also wouldn't be surprised if, like, it's not a coincidence that their Instagram story came out on a Tuesday when the show airs on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? So like, and it's not a coincidence
Right.
that the rumors of them living separately came out just before BravoCon, and that then they weren't confirmed until just before the season.
Yep.
So like, I don't think that they get to make all their own choices on some of this stuff. And so I actually wouldn't be surprised if they like actually weren't together like
Yeah.
the whole time, and that they
And
just needed the city to kind of work. So they were like, avoid, like, do whatever you want, but like, don't talk about it. I
it's
don't
so
know.
interesting to me. Like, is that in their contract? Do you think that it's like, hey, producers get to tell you when you announce your divorce? Producers get to tell you if you have to pretend to stay together. Like, that's pretty wild. It's like not reality anymore to a
Right. I
certain
mean, and like,
extent.
that also, like, even me just like saying that stuff, I feel like I'm like, am I like being a conspiracy theorist? It's like, I don't know. But I
No.
do think like the statements, that stuff, but like, I don't know that they necessarily would have made them be together for a whole season.
Right. And pretend that they're still.
Right. But I do think like the statements are very coordinated.
I agree.
But Andy's gonna come for them. He's gonna ask all the hard questions. It films in 3 weeks. And
Okay.
then we still have like a good chunk of the season left because I think we're only at like the end of July, right?
I guess so. I actually never know the time frame when I'm watching the show.
I only remember because they always do Amanda and Kyle's birthdays, and they just did Kyle's. And I feel like
Right.
they're like late July, maybe August then, I guess.
Okay, got it. It'll be interesting. I wish they would move the reunion filming up because tensions are so high right now. Imagine putting these people in a room together like this weekend.
Right. Well, so that was
3 weeks
like,
it might have settled down a little, but like right now, the tension would be great for a reunion right now
I'm
for
sure they'll bring
TV.
it back. I'm sure they will
Yeah.
reignite.
Yeah.
But like, that was something else, is like everybody thought they might bring cameras back up to get like whatever this fallout is. But they said they weren't. I heard no cameras are coming back up, and I heard they're not moving the reunion up. But I don't know. Again, what are these sources? But
Interesting. Maybe none of them want the cameras up right now and they have the right to say like, no, you can't film me at home.
well, I don't know. I don't know how much say they have in that sort of thing. Because like, I mean, think about it. Carl essentially brought the cameras back to go break up with Lindsay.
True. You're right. That was
Like,
at home. You're right. Oh, it'll be interesting.
he claims he didn't plan to do that. He just thought it was a conversation. But I'm like, why would they bring cameras back up if
Yeah, I don't know. Something was not. That's a whole other episode we could do about
I
Carl and
know.
Lindsay. Oh, it's
Okay.
so interesting.
Do you think this has kind of ruined the vibes? Like, do you think watching it will feel different and less fun? Or do you think it's made it better?
I think right now I'm going to be really excited to watch the reunion. But do you just mean watching the rest of the season? Does it ruin the vibe? I kind of feel excited to watch it because I want to see those little moments that we might have missed. And I feel like we're all detectives now, rewatching the season, looking back, being like, were they together? Is this just flirty? Is there a line that's been crossed? What's going on behind the scenes? Like, I think it might be kind of fun to try to rewatch from that perspective. But watching Amanda and Ciara's friendship is going to be a tough watch, just knowing now that they're not friends from what we can tell.
Well, and I was shipping West and Ciara again. I
Oh, me
like got to that
too.
point fully where I was like, I just want them to be together.
And they've had some moments this season where they're slowly like warming back up to each other, teasing each other. He sat on top of her a few episodes ago and she was like, he sits on top of people when he likes them. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was so funny.
Like we're in high school. But I did feel like they were all kind of, yeah, or at least Ciara was like, oh, maybe I'm open to being friends again. Oh, he's sitting on me. Oh, we're being a little more touchy. But now looking back, was Amanda hooking up with him at that time? Or did they have a thing? And then how is Amanda feeling seeing him and Ciara being flirty? Like, it's just a whole other perspective we can watch
Yeah.
it from now.
Right. And like, I think for my own mental sanity, I'm going to have to think they weren't actually hooking up then because I do like Amanda.
I like Amanda too.
And like, I have to think she wouldn't do that. But I do think like, you might like go to the edge of like playing with fire, you know?
Yeah. See how far you can get.
And yeah, like touching somebody on the arm obviously is not like a divorceable offense, but
No. But it
but
does feel, if you look at her and the other guys, I do think her and West are the most touchy this season.
yeah.
I don't think she would walk past Jesse Solomon and like grab his hand as she brisks by.
Yeah. Well, speaking of poorly behaved men, I had a note that I wanted to bring up, which is Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So like a slight pivot, but
Okay.
my note is Zach Affleck a natural blonde? I do not trust blonde men.
Okay, you sent me this beforehand, but we haven't
Yeah.
talked about it. I don't know why I thought I had read something a long time ago that said adults cannot be natural blondes.
It's like really rare.
Okay, it's rare. So it's like genetically still semi possible.
Mm-hmm. But it's like most adult women or people are not a natural. Like you have like you highlight to get there type thing.
That's what I thought. But his hair looks blonde. And if he's never had a root as far as I can tell.
Yeah. But I mean, he's untrustworthy for plenty of other reasons besides his blonde hair. But this scene, it pissed me off so badly that him going after Whitney. Like when
He shows up instead of Jen.
I was like, it just felt so, I don't know. It like really I know that obviously like production has their say and stuff and like they move things around, but like I don't know, how dare Jen let that happen?
I totally agree. And then I wondered if behind the scenes, did he force that conversation? Like, did he somehow convince or manipulate Jen to let him go? Or do you think Jen asked? I think, didn't he say that Jen asked him to come in place of
Yeah.
her? But he just feels so controlling and manipulative sometimes that I feel bad for Jen. But am I just being a girl's girl again? Do I just want to believe that Jen's in, not the best relationship?
I think Jen's not in the best relationship, but I also did not love the way I like, even though yes, Whitney should not have yelled at her or whatever at the makeup thing like, when they were doing their promo shoot. Like I understood exactly where she was coming from in the sense like, how dare Jen not be supportive of her after she like, remember when Jen was going through her like really bad depression when she found out she was pregnant again?
Yeah.
Like Whitney came to her house and refused to leave because she was scared she was going to hurt herself. And she like inserted herself. I think she was like cleaning up for her, like the friendship that she showed for her. Yeah. And like she, had her back with all the other girls because they were like, where is Jen? How dare she not be coming? And she's like, no, listen, Jen needs to be taking her space.
Yeah.
And then Whitney gets this opportunity with Chicago and then she's being treated like this. Like that's crazy.
I totally agree. The only thing, just to play devil's advocate, the only thing that I think could have happened is that when she was like, "Did you hear I'm going to be in Chicago?" And then Jen was like, "Oh yeah, Zach told me." I almost felt like for a moment it was one of those things where it's like, "Oh my gosh, I did know that, and I totally forgot to mention it
Yeah.
to you." But like, yes, I did know that, and I've been that friend where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yes, so and so told me, and I'm so excited for you. I totally forgot to bring it up, but let's chat about it now." Like, it can be kind of innocent.
It could have been fine, but I feel like she didn't have the energy behind it. And that's where the,
Where it went wrong, where she's like,
because
"Well,
like,
are you excited for me? Like, what are you talking about?"
right. Because she could have been like, oh my God, Zach told me I've been like dying to talk to you about this. Like,
Yes,
this is so big. Like, oh my God, like hugs, whatever. And I feel like that could have gone so far. But
you're
then
right.
this freaking loser, Zach Affleck, like,
Yep.
he was just like, I don't know. I put it on my Instagram story, but I was like, I cannot imagine sending Brett in to go have any conversation for me ever. Like,
No.
about maybe anything but like a salary negotiation. Like,
Right. Right. Maybe a business.
but not like anything to do with emotions. No.
No, never with my friends. That would be so insane. Do you remember too at the end of the episode, her and Zach are in like just an interview, the two of them, and she didn't realize Chicago was the name of the play. She thought it was the city, which also made me wonder
If she wasn't as excited
because
because
she
she,
didn't realize she was saying the play. She just was like, "Did you hear I'm going to be in Chicago? Like, I'm going to go to Chicago, the city." And maybe she's like, "Oh yeah, I did hear that you're going to be in Chicago." Like, you
wait, that's so funny if that's the case. That's,
was there not excitement because she's like, "Yeah, I heard you're going to Chicago to like do something."
yeah, good old Illinois. Have fun there. Like,
Part of me wonders if that was part of the
which
miscommunication.
that would make a big difference. It really would.
I think it would too.
And like, yeah, I don't know. I've been very Team Whitney on stuff since, I don't
She's
know.
been great this season. She's gotten a great edit. She has said she's intentionally trying to be a better friend,
Yeah. And you can see it.
and you can see it.
Well, and then like, I think that the stark difference between Connor and Zach in the way that they've, like, because they both had their wives on Dancing with the Stars, and it was really challenging. They have all these little kids that they're watching, and like the way that Connor was like, yeah, you do need to find stuff for yourself. That's why I'm becoming a magician, which ick, but for another reason.
But
Like,
it was so sweet and wholesome. I love how
yes,
nerdy and wholesome he can be, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. Like
I
he is the
know.
most genuine, like vulnerable person, and he is willing to say whatever, whether it's like ick, whether it's like really deep, whether it's a secret that like most people would be terrified to share. I really respect that about him. He's like fully himself, and it's like really endearing to watch.
I know. But then, yeah, compared to Zach, who's like, yeah, I don't know if we can do this. We can't live here. This is crazy. Like, you just have me out here watching all these kids. Like,
I think he's got a big ego, and I think he's got that energy of like he wants to be the star, and they have two stars in a relationship, and that's
well, and all these men are so used to like, I think just being like, it's such a patriarchal society, I feel like in Salt Lake, and just they're used to being head of household and like the wives don't work. And that's why they all do influencing, is because it can be kind of considered like less work, even though it's very much still a job, of course.
yeah,
But like, they can be at home with their kids and still do all like the things that
yeah.
they think Mormon wives should be. But like, now, of course, they're getting so much bigger. And it's like,
It's interesting the dynamics.
well, I think, yeah, I feel like we've said a lot.
We've said a lot. A lot has been going on in the reality world this week. Who knows? Maybe something new will come up tomorrow. We've got to do another emergency pod.
Yeah, like, I guess let us know if we should do more reality stuff, because we watch it all.
We watch it all. Let
Yeah.
us know what we should be covering. Maybe there are new shows we should be watching. Yeah, please let us know what you guys want to hear. I love listening to recaps like this and
Oh my
hearing
God.
people's perspectives. So I hope.
Oh, and like, also give us your feedback. Like, tell us what you think about the Amanda West situation. Like,
Please comment below. Could it have been saved? Could it have been different? Who should have done what? I want to know all the perspectives.
well, we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.